morning and happy Monday. Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for actual coffee and crypto on a fantastic Monday. And I know the markets are down, but if you had any Monday blues, it's time to shake it off with some cryptocurrency news, baby. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching over on X, make sure to like and repost, baby. We have a jam-packed stream for you guys this morning. Everything's dumping. Well, kind of a little bit, right? Meme coins dumping, Pepe, SPX looking bearish right now. What's going on? Well, I mean, like a lot of us kind of thought that maybe, you know, the interest rate cuts, which are going to be happening Wednesday, and we're going to be live streaming for that. So we're actually going to do our first kind of little, you know, Federal Reserve live stream, which will be pretty bullish. So make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for that, because we'll keep you, you know, up to date and everything going on. And yeah, you know, it's pretty bearish Monday right now. We're down a little bit. We had a pretty bullish weekend, and really, I think that we kind of just really smashed through and exceeded expectations for September so far. I mean, we're halfway through September. September's supposed to be the most bearish month, and really, we've been only up since the beginning of September. A lot of, you know, big news coming out, and mostly that's us probably lowering interest rates by more than 25 basis points. We'll see what happens. But what's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome. I promise I'm getting a haircut this week. I don't know when. Okay, I know I look dusty. I look like a caveman right now. I know. I get it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, we have Javi first in the chat this morning over on YouTube. Thank you so much. Caliph, how you doing, brother? GM, appreciate you. Yes, like and repost. Smash the like button. Let's go. What's going on, Selmo Fudd? Jayhawk, what's up, baby? Yeah, Javi's ready all the time, right? Cheetos, good morning, LFG. Abdullah said, believe in something. Absolutely, yes. Shout out to the SPX community. Apparently, there is no chart. Jeffrey, how we doing? Jess, what's up? Have you talked about CB coin? If you're talking about the fact that Base may make a coin, then we're going to talk about that later in the stream. I don't know about any other coins, but what's up, Dr. M? And good morning, Jess. How you doing? Good morning. Soul Chad, how we doing? What's up, brother? PT003, Dr. MW Kitchen, My Alter Journey, and PT003. Thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate that. How Loose is Clear Value Tax, also one of my favorite YouTubers. If you guys are not watching him, please watch him. He'll keep you tapped in. Clear Value Tax, in one of his videos, said the interest cuts usually statistically dumps, but slowly. Oh, exactly. Absolutely. Yep. And How Lou, also with that, you know, it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, like leading up to it. Like a lot of people thought that maybe today we would go crazy because, you know, we're for sure getting interest rate cuts Wednesday. So yeah, no, 100% watch that, Haolu, and 100% agree. Jayok says, your vibe tells me everything I need to know. I'm feeling better today. You know, what's up, Don? Good morning from Akron, Ohio in the house. If you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the Canelo and Bud Crawford fight, but hey, we called it. We thought that Crawford might get the W, you know. We got Mizzy in the house. Mizzy, what's up, baby? How we doing, Mizzy? Good morning. All right, let's go to the crypto bubbles, guys. Look at markets kind of, I wouldn't say it's too bad, right? We see Pump.fun looking good. We see Arrow looking good. And of course, you know, a lot of other top altcoins in the red today. Pump.fun, man, having an insane rally. I mean, we're going to, you know, go over this, you know, this, I wouldn't say data, but these numbers later, but they surpassed Hyperliquid and pretty much trading volume or revenue over the last 24 hours. The Pump.fun meta has made a comeback, and pretty much it's like creator live stream, which I've been thinking about doing. It's pretty much a live pump and dump, you know. But we did have this meta about 6 months ago, and it got a little crazy with the live stream. So we'll see what happens. You know, people are a little crazy, but it's very, very interesting, right? Avantis definitely went crazy. It got listed on Binance, Upbit. Wait, Avantis? What's that? And more, and all one day. What's up, Pygos? I didn't hear about that, but we can check that out a little later. Did you bag yourself some bag work? I did not. All right, so the main reason why the whole market's dumping is because you remember that Bitcoin whale that pretty much like wrecked the charts not too long ago? Well, he dumped again at 116K. So I wouldn't say flatline, right? But it says this. A Bitcoin whale that swapped $4 billion in Bitcoin for Ether 2 weeks ago has started offloading more of the cryptocurrency. So it just goes to show you how small the crypto space is again. Like we can have one guy that just having a bad day or just wanted to take profits. I mean, kudos to him. You know, I think he had his wallet for 8 years. So a long-term Bitcoin holder who sold $4 billion of his holding for Ether last month has started selling again as Bitcoin crossed $116,000 for the first time in 3 weeks. right? 2, Bitcoin, wallets tied to an address that has held onto the cryptocurrency for over 8 years, deposited 1,100 Bitcoin worth over $136 million into the trading platform Hyperliquid on Sunday and started dumping, according to Look On Chain on X. Look On Chain said the wallet has taken a 2-week break after it exchanged over $4 billion worth of Bitcoin. In the second half of August, nearly 36,000 Bitcoin for Ether, right? So whale movements can hint at where, quote, smart money interest is shifting. They're implying that pretty much, smart money is shifting into Ethereum right now. And that's something we kind of talked about. Like, Ethereum, Bitcoin had its nice rally. I'm not saying we're not going to hit an all-time high again, because I think we are, but we're starting to see like the interest slowly maybe start shifting over to Ethereum. And that's why Ethereum's been pumping and having a pretty stellar quarter so far, right? Traders could see their sudden moves after years of inactivity having a negative impact, as they could unload Bitcoin on the open market and push down prices, right? So, hey, this guy, I guess has a guy or gal or entity or institution or whoever this is, has held onto Bitcoin for, 8+ years. That's not bad. And they're making a bag. I mean, shout out to this person, but it just goes to show how small the space is when something like this could happen and dump the entire market. So there's that. Right. We'll go to our chart that we made. Now, obviously, we thought that Bitcoin would be trending down. I thought that, it's never too late to tell. And, it's never too late to rule this out. And shout out to Haolu, says statistically, but slowly over the next couple of months, after the interest rate cuts, we usually dump a little bit and then we pump, right? So we may still have a bearish September. I'm not ruling it out yet. My trade's still good. I'm not ruling it out yet. But, I almost got liquidated here. It was close. But, I thought that maybe we dump near the end to like maybe like the high 100s or lower 90s or mid 90s and then pump near the end of the month. We'll see what happens. But it's very interesting what's going on with the market right now. So I don't know. We'll see. But very interesting, right? So obviously we had that one Bitcoin whale dumping, taking profits, swapping into ETH, just goes to show where the smart money's going. And, maybe we're starting to see the interest in ETH, and it's about damn time, right? ETH has been kind of lagging, right? We spent this whole run pretty much just watching Bitcoin do some insane things. And other altcoins too. Solana recently was doing well. Obviously, BNB's been smashing through all-time highs every other fucking week, and other top altcoins have been doing pretty good. So we're still waiting for that true altcoin cycle. All right, the overall cryptocurrency market was at $4 trillion Friday, and really nothing has changed over the weekend. It's been kind of a so-so weekend. Bitcoin again at $114,000, ETH at $4,500, XRP still over $3, Bitcoin BNB over $900, which is insane. Right? I don't know if you guys know, but back in the day when BNB was just an ERC20 token, I think it ICO'd at like 17 cents or 15 cents. Can you imagine spending like $100 on BNB back in the day? Probably a great investment. Probably one of the best of all time, right? Solana at $233. Now, obviously, Solana's been doing well because of the Pump.fun shenanigans. The real reason why Solana hit all-time highs and did some amazing things pretty much over the last year and a half was because of Pump.fun. Pump.fun, the hype, the craze. We thought it was over. We counted it out. We had Bonk.fun do some insane things, and Pump.fun said, hold my beer, baby. It ain't over, right? Everyone's doing Pump.fun. We have Alex Becker streaming, I think, right now. And everybody's just making tokens and those sorts of things, and pretty much like a live pumping up, which, hey, whatever, What's up, bud? How we doing? Welcome. And so the entire market's just kind of meh right now, you could say. We do see that meme coins have kind of taken a breather, which makes sense, over the last 24 hours, most meme coins are down by a significant, I guess for meme coins is maybe not that significant, 5% or so. Meme coins are volatile. Doge, Pepe, all down about 4%. Meme Core, which has been kind of the winner. The number 4 largest meme coin by market cap size is down 2%. Pudgy down 4%. Bonk down 6%. Trump token. When is Trump token ever going to get past $8 again? Trump token's been kind of lagging, bro. It's been a top meme coin, but I don't know. It hasn't been really moving at all. Like since its existence, it just had a nice pump when it launched, and then I don't know. Sometimes these things start to run out of nowhere. We'll see, but it's been kind of boring since its inception, right? SPX down after having an insane week. Like SPX and Meme Core had some insane weeks. I think like SPX was up 30% and Meme Core was up like 100+%, which was crazy. And pretty much most top meme coins are moving together. They're all down right now. And obviously with meme coins, they kind of just fall and pump at a faster pace than the rest of the market. So you can see right here, the crypto bubbles over the last hour, we are arrows moving. And I think this is because Coinbase did announce that they're going to be, or Base that did announce they're going to be making their own coin, which I thought was interesting. So, and this is interesting, right? I'm not going to play the video, but I remember Jesse Polak saying that they weren't going to do this, but he says that we're going to be exploring a network token for Base. So, hey, their own token, which is interesting. Is it? I wonder what it's going to be. Is it still going to be like ETH Base, or I don't know? Interesting. So, nice. Shout out to them. You know, Base has been they've been switching a lot. I would say, you know, just doing, I think what has been popular for like the crypto space. I think things were different before Trump got elected, you know, because I've been in the Base ecosystem and just kind of, you know, about it for a while. And they've done some things differently than they said they were going to do in the beginning, but I'm here for it. You got to change based on what's going on around you. So that's interesting. And obviously Arrow is the #1 decentralized exchange on Base. So very interesting, very interesting. I don't know if you guys noticed, but crypto prediction platform Polymarket valued at up to $10 billion in VC investment offer. So Polymarket's been doing some big things, and we know that recently they did partner with Chainlink. So Chainlink getting a nice partnership with Polymarket. And Polymarket's been a part of everything crypto. You can bet on like literally anything, it seems, like wars and all kinds of crazy. And it seems to be accurate. It really predicted the 2024 presidential election like to the T, which is crazy. You know, I think when people put their money where their mouth is, it's different than calling people and getting polling numbers. You know, I think a lot of people are starting not to trust polls, even though some of them are right, but some of them are just so wrong. It's like when you call somebody and ask them what the political opinion is, like people don't want to be honest. I think a lot of the times because you get shamed for it. Political landscape is crazy right now, man. I had to stay off X over the last weekend because it's just getting crazy out there. I mean, it's nutty. But so big news for Polymarket. Shout out to them. CZ says that banks need to adopt BNB. As a small community member, I am happy to help any bank integrate. Small community is crazy, but that's interesting. So banks need to adopt the BNB. BNB, man, really exceeding expectations. And I mean, honestly, like I always talk about, man, BNB went through so much crap during the bear market. And I mean, this guy went to jail, right? For 4 months, paid a $4 billion fine, and they come out the end of it. They come out the other end successful, unlike a lot of exchanges, right? What's up, Crypto Flare? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? XXI Gaming, GMGM. All right. So shout out to CZ. All right. So this was yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Michael Saylor hints at buying more Bitcoin. Bitcoin deserves credit. And today, he bought more Bitcoin. So surprise, surprise, Michael Saylor's buying more Bitcoin, right? So Justin, Michael Saylor's strategy buys 525 Bitcoin worth $60 million. And yes, shout out to 50 ETH. Saylor's conviction is unmatched, right? Just another day at the office. Saylor cannot stop top blasting Bitcoin. Well, we did see that Tom Lee and Bitmine accumulate over $1 billion in ETH within a week. So we have Tom Lee buying all the Bitcoin. I mean, buying all the Ethereum. And of course, we have Michael Saylor buying all the Bitcoin. What else is new in the crypto space? Who's going to buy more? Of course, Michael Saylor has a huge head start, but we like Tom Lee. And Tom Lee is the one who said that, you know, Ethereum could be having its 2017 Bitcoin moment when it did 120x. And a lot of people said that'll never happen. But if there's one thing I learned in the crypto space, never say never. You just don't know. Never say never. We just don't know, right? We just don't know. What's up, Arman? How we doing? How we doing? Ape Life, good morning, says, when bull run? We're in the middle of it. I know it may not seem like it, but we're in the middle of it, you know, for some people. I mean, it seems like it for me, you know, and a lot of other people who got the top cryptos, right? Okay, so SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that they will start issuing warnings before taking aggressive enforcement actions against companies. I like this. And this is not just crypto, but this is just in general. It's because, you know, during the last run or the last reign of Gary Gensler, you could say, they didn't really give warnings before they took aggressive actions. And that was the big kind of complaint against the SEC was like, okay, can you give us some warnings before you just go after and dunk on all these cryptocurrency entities, you know? So that's cool. That's a change of pace, and that's something we want. Hey, can we get a little bit of a warning, you know, something? Obviously, like comprehensive cryptocurrency rules and regulations are going to be, they said, done by the end of the year. So that's going to be good. Because the issue was you could say the last bull run was the fact that crypto companies just didn't know how to register with the SEC. It was like a sick joke. Like, hey, register or are you going to get in trouble? It's like, well, how do we do it? And I'm like, I don't know. We don't know yet, but you better do it. You know, so that was one of the issues. And so this is cool, you know? So I'll give you a warning, which seems reasonable to get a warning before you get hit with aggressive enforcement actions, right? You know, it's like, That seems normal. You know, shout out to Paul Atkins for being normal, I guess. A little warning before insertion. Yeah, exactly, guys. So we like a little bit of a warning, guys. And if you could, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, repost if you're watching on X. Every repost helps. And if you repost and I don't see it on here, let me know in the comments and I'll give you guys a little shout out. I appreciate it. If you like it on YouTube, let me know in the comments and I'll give you a little shout out too. I appreciate you. All right, so this is interesting. So PayPal launches PayPal links in the US. Send and receive money as easily as sending a message. Just share a one-time link, text, DM, or email. Crypto support coming next. So that's pretty cool. So PayPal, you know, and we're starting to see, obviously, PayPal huge, right? Cool. Crypto integration, right? If you're using PayPal, which I don't use PayPal anymore. I stopped using PayPal when I used it for like some brand, like a branding store I had. And I don't know, it was like, they said there was suspicious activity and they wouldn't let me, like, they wouldn't give me my money. It was only like $400, but like, it's like my money, you know? I don't know. PayPal's kind of weird sometimes. I did use it after that for some other things, but I don't really use PayPal. I don't know if anybody else uses PayPal. I haven't dealt with anyone who wants PayPal. The only time I used PayPal was when I was doing like personal training sessions with some guy online, and he like lived in China. He was an American, but he lives in China. He has a cool YouTube channel. And he wanted PayPal. But besides that, do you guys use PayPal? But that's cool that they're offering crypto. They were in some hot water not too long ago. They were going to make it so like if you said anything they didn't like, they could freeze your account or something like that. I remember that was a huge deal like a year and a half or maybe 2 years ago. So that's cool for them. Yeah, this was pretty much this is like an elaboration on what I just said. So PayPal announces crypto will be soon directly integrated into PayPal's new P2P system flow in the app. So the peer-to-peer experience is about to go even further. Crypto will soon be directly integrated into PayPal's new P2P payment flow in the app. This will make it more convenient for PayPal users in the US to send Bitcoin, Ethereum, and PYUSD, their stablecoin, and more to PayPal, Venmo, as well as a rapidly growing of digital wallets across the world that support crypto and stablecoins. So pretty cool. Bud Yeti says, fuck PayPal. They still have 10K of my money. Yeah, I know. I don't know. How do you get that out? I don't know who you got to call, you know, but yeah. Ape Life says, Rod only uses PayPal for grinder transactions. That is true. That is true. I use cash, right? Now, obviously, you guys, big day Wednesday over at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to get the announcement that we've all been waiting for is how much is Jerome Powell, Big Daddy Jerome Powell, going to cut interest rates and turn on the money printer? Now, I think most likely, obviously, 25 basis points. But right now, I wouldn't be surprised if there were 50 basis point cuts. You know, it just wouldn't. All the pressure from Trump, even though I wouldn't say like the inflation data has been like the worst or the best, it's been okay, right? Obviously, jobs numbers pretty bad, so we'll see what happens. But we had an insane pump over the last week and a half or so in anticipation for this. So starting to cool off a little bit, kind of something. Who knows? We may start ripping today or tomorrow, and like kind of you know, leading up to the announcements. We'll see, or maybe have a big dump. We'll see if this Bitcoin guy wants to stop, if he stops selling. But yeah, so very interesting. We have some XRP news. One small, and again, guys, we're going to be streaming live Wednesday when that happens too. So we're going to be going live for that. A lot of people like watching that stuff. So you like it, we'll do it. So Ripple says, this is some XRP news randomly. I guess I wanted to throw it in here. So when small businesses and veterans thrive, so do communities. We're proud to announce a $25 million donation in RLUSD, their stablecoin, on XRP Ledger to Action Opportunity Fund and Hire Heroes USA. So nice. This investment highlights how stablecoins can drive real-world impact by empowering entrepreneurs and veterans with the tool and capital they need to succeed. So shout out to XRP, right? Nice, doing some nice, some good real-world stuff. And this is just an elaboration on what I talked about with SEC Chair Paul Atkins promising a notice before enforcement for crypto businesses. So this is crypto businesses, so we like that. I don't need to read this even more. You guys get the point, so it's pretty nice. It was like really huge, you know, last year, or just the last 4 years in general, when like these crypto companies, you'd be like, okay, well, I got hit with a lawsuit today, all right, or a Wells notice today, okay, and a Wells notice is like, hey, we're gonna fuck you up, we're gonna sue you, or something like that. I mean, Kraken, Coinbase, Binance US, what was it, Paxos, you know. Obviously Ripple, like everybody was getting clapped. Uniswap, right? Fucking everybody's getting clapped, you know? I mean, there's some good ones in there, you know, but yeah. Rodney, it's game day. Your boys are in my town. Texans are no, they're not. Go Buccaneers, baby. Tampa Bay, baby. Get out of here, baby. Texans ain't doing nothing, baby. Hold this L. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. Big Daddy Baker. Gonna throw for 400 yards today. Just kidding. He's gonna run for 400 yards today. Get out of here, Astro. It's gonna be a good game, though. 2 Monday Night Football games, which is interesting. And I'm really looking. I'm actually from San Diego, so watching the Chargers do well is kind of nice. Well, I mean, it's only the second week, but they did beat the Chiefs, even though the Chiefs are 0-2 right now. So there's that. I don't know if you guys are any football fans. Let me know in the chat who you're rooting for. Did your team win? Did they lose? If you're a Cowboys fan, I think they got the W, right? Or did they lose? I forgot. They played against the Giants. I don't know, but yeah, better not go back to Cali with that jersey. No, but I am probably going to be leaving Florida soon. I'll talk to you guys about that a little later. Yeah, so there's that. We'll see. Okay, so Roll Tide, Greenbow, Alabama. Hell yeah, brother. All right, what else? Yeah, Tesla was pumping today, but that's because Elon, this reminds you of like a dev buying his meme coin. Like, hey guys, the chart's looking good. And he like bought a bunch. Buybacks and burns, baby. So Elon Musk buys a lot of his shares of Tesla valued at approximately $1 billion. So Elon pumped his own stock today. Who cares? Right? It does remind me of like a meme coin and like a dev when they're like, hey, the chart's looking good. It's like, well, who bought? It's like, oh, I bought, Yeah, so Elon Musk buying Tesla. Nice. Shout out to Elon, Big Daddy Elon, buying some Tesla, pumping his charts. The Falcons, nice. Falcons got a good W. Must not be enough gingers in Florida. So shout out to Elon. We love that. Buying his own stock. All right, what else have we got? Okay, so this is interesting. So this may not, obviously, Goldman Sachs, we're expecting a lot more rate cuts pretty much. So Justin, Goldman Sachs expect a wave of rate cuts till rates reach 3 to 3.5%. So rate cuts, 3 cuts in 2025, September, October, December. So that'd be crazy, right? And 2 more in 2026, which would be crazy. So maybe if we're expecting a bunch of rate cuts, maybe we just do 25 basis point increments the whole time. So that's pretty bullish, right? Obviously, interest rate cuts are good for the economy, right? Incentivizes people to go out there, take some chances, take some loans out, take some debt out, buy things. Entrepreneurs get out there, take a business loan out, those sorts of things. So yes, turn on the money printer, baby. Let's go. Who cares about inflation? NFL Denver Broncos, baby. College Gators, both my teams lost this past week. Yeah, I did see the Broncos did lose a close game. It was good. Colts looking good this season. I did see that. Yes, turn the money printers on, baby. Let's go. Make it rain. All right, what else do we have? Oh, yeah, Pump.fun flips Hyperliquid in 24-hour revenue. Guys, Pump.fun's making a fucking crazy comeback, which is crazy. I'm not surprised. I am surprised, actually, because I thought that Pump.fun was kind of just like a, and who knows? Things could be different a month from now, 2 months from now, because I remember the last time we had a big streaming meta on Pump.fun, people were doing some insane shit. And they're probably moderating it a little more. I mean, people were doing some crazy stuff. But yeah, Pump.fun streams are really big, and creators are streaming live and getting a ton of like revenue. So maybe I'll do one. I don't know when, but I might do one. Yeah, it feels kind of scammy, but hey, maybe we can launch something, it'll do well, and you can make some money, and we can just dump on everybody that gets in after us. Maybe we could do something like that. Maybe we can have other people be our extra liquidity. I don't know. Whatever. Crime is legal. MoonPay to acquire payment startups. What was this? So MoonPay to acquire payment startups. Okay, that wasn't really big news. And what else? This is pretty interesting. So this guy named Dan Held says this: Bitcoin is a Ponzi vaporware scheme that is only used by money launderers and criminals and destroys the environment. I've gone back to fiat. Something fully trusted is completely controlled and gives power back to the banks, governments who at least who have our best interests in mind. And I thought this was interesting because it's obviously satire, right? So. Right, yeah. So something fully trusted, completely controlled, and gives power back to the banks, governments who have had our best interests in mind. So which I thought was interesting. That deserves a follow, right? So obviously, just being funny, All right, what else have we got going on here today? And that's pretty much all I knew. We have some more news here in a second. Really, nothing is going on.
Not isolated and closed. It to be interoperable and connected.
Wait, what's this? Hold on. This is some new. Hold on. This is some new stuff from Coinbase. So it says we've built a bridge, Solana to Bitcoin.
Wait, what? Not isolated and closed. If it's isolated and closed, we risk rebuilding the same silos that we have today on a new tech. And to help make this vision a reality, I'm really excited that today we're launching a new bridge between Base and Solana. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. And it's built for developers. The goal of this bridge is to make it so you can build seamlessly across both Base and Solana with Sol, with ERC20s, and with SPL tokens. It lets you do three things. First, you can deposit and use Sol in any Base app. So if you're a developer building an app, you're just gonna be able to use Sol. You're gonna be able to bring over those balances and have it just work. Second, you can be able to import any Solana token into your Base app. So you can build on the economy that's growing there, help creators, do whatever you want seamlessly across the two ecosystems. And then third, you can be able to take Base tokens that you created and export them to Solana. So you can tap into the liquidity there. And this means for builders and creators, you get access to more users, more liquidity, more tools to build. And for users, it means it's just gonna work. The experiences that developers are gonna build are gonna take away the complexity and make it dead simple. This bridge is now live on testnet, and integration is going on. We have incredible teams like Aerodrome and Zora and Virtual who are already starting to use this bridge today to make the best things happen between Solana and Base. And we want everyone else to use it too. So if you're interested in building on it as a developer, you can go to GitHub.
That's pretty cool news, but like, that's cool, right? Obviously, Solana #1 in this space. You want to be with them, right? You know, I like that, but I don't know if it's like groundbreaking. Maybe I'm just retarded, but I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Pretty interesting. All right, what else we have from news? Let me see. PF streamer tokens are going. Oh yeah, Pump.fun streamer tokens are going crazy. I dropped the CA rod. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll probably get one going for you guys. You know, we'll see what happens, but it'll be very, very interesting. All right, what else do we have here? What's going on? Let's see. I think this is kind of old news, but Eric Trump and JD Vance are coming out and pretty much bullish on crypto, which is like something that we pretty much know about, right? And that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it with the news. How are you guys doing? What's up? How was your weekend? What do we got going on? Shout out to James. James likes the Falcons. We got Georgia in the house. Nice W last night, right? I think you lost to us week 1, which sucks. But hey, at least you got the dub week 2. So he's got a good quarterback, right? There is some update to remember that big news we had last Wednesday with it could be like it's good to like watch out for these sorts of like events in the world, like another Black Swan event, World War III, and those sorts of things. Even though I think Trump just had like a meeting with China or something and it went well, I guess. And I guess they're talking about TikTok again, which is what the fuck is up with TikTok, right? I don't know. But Polish foreign minister, whatever his name says, he has called NATO to impose a no-fly zone over Ukraine to protect Europe, which would be crazy if there's a no-fly zone over Ukraine, right? Europe and Russia strikes, because I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if you guys know, but I talked about it last week that there was a bunch of drones that it was a drone attack in Poland, which is not good because they're a NATO country. And, you know, if a NATO country gets attacked, all the NATO countries are supposed to get in, you know, jump in and defend them, which would, it's called Article 4, which would obviously start World War III, right? But yeah, so hopefully this doesn't escalate. I know the United States and NATO have had like their drama and those sorts of things, but yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. Oh, MetaMask, their USD goes live. So sweet. So strong liquidity incentives to build on Linnea build, the lowest cost fiat on-ramps in MetaMask, native support across MetaMask. So MetaMask has their own stablecoin, which is pretty sweet. We talked about this a little bit. So pretty cool for MetaMask. I think it's cool for them to have their own stablecoin. Right? I think a lot of people are making their own stablecoin. What else do we have? US spot ETF demand is once again outpacing new supply. So a lot of people want some of the Bitcoin ETF. And that's pretty much it. A little update from Brad Garlinghouse about the Ripple donation to Higher Heroes, their RLUSD donation. I'm texting and driving to work. If you don't stop texting and driving. If you guys could repost the stream if you're watching over on X, I'm going to repost myself. And Jayhawk, 39 months on the channel. Since you don't have shit to talk about, let's talk about subscriber robberies. Thank you so much, Jayhawk, for being a member for 39 months. Paying me for 39 months is actually kind of crazy, Jayhawk. I do appreciate you and your support. Taken away from your car funds, you know. I know how much you love to spend money on your car, but thank you so much for being a man. That's crazy. 39 months is a long time, bro. That's a long time to commit to anything, you know. So thank you so much. I do appreciate you, bro. You're one of the biggest bros on here, bro. You're my bro. You're my bro. You have a weak gun collection, but besides that, you know, you could never have anything as great as that, you know. Well, yeah. Let's see how the crypto market's doing. Are we flipping bearish? Last hour, yes, the market is dumping a little bit more. Boo. Let's see how Big Daddy Bitcoin's doing. I think it's still at 114,000, so not really doing much. I wonder if we're going to pump or dump tonight, you know? Yeah, it's been all ups, though. Hey, let's go. I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah, the market is flipping bearish right now. Arrow looking pretty good. Obviously, the Coinbase news, I'm sure they're going to have something to do with the base chain, obviously. It's going to be interesting to see when Coinbase actually integrates their DEXs inside the centralized exchange. I think that's going to be very, very interesting. Let's see how that actually goes. As for like good buys, you know, really, guys, you know, pretty much. What's up, Brandon? Good morning. How we doing, baby? You know what I've been saying the entire time, guys. You know, when it comes to like the market dipping like this, it's a good time to just load up on some of your favorite projects, right? Nothing looks good right now compared to Avantis. I'll look up Avantis. I mean, obviously there's some right here. Yeah. So this is what you're talking about, right? Avantis. So they got listed on like a bunch of exchanges today, you said? Let's see, markets, centralized exchanges. Oh, yeah. Coinbase. Oh, yeah, Bybit. Obviously, the 3 base exchanges right now, Binance, Bybit. Yeah, nice. Rick Rock says, not sure what's going on with the market. I cashed out last month. Hope you're having a great day, Roddy. I appreciate that, Rick Rock. And I'm glad you cashed out and made a bag. You can't say that about a lot of people. So I appreciate you. But yeah, Avantis. So there's always like good plays if you're like in the know. So shout out to Pygos, probably knew something about this and is doing very, very well. And look, it's at $267 million market cap size. It's probably going to do better than that, right? Getting listed on all these exchanges at once. So I don't know exactly what this does. It's a base crypto. Global markets, trying to connect to my wallets. Global markets, limitless leverage. All right, so an exchange, right? This is the native utility and governance token of Avantis, the derivatives exchange for RWAs and crypto assets. It powers protocol incentives, trader rewards, and community-driven development. Nice. Sami is another layer one opportunity. That is a layer one that just took over the market cap. That is, let me see that. What is it called? So this says Sami is another crazy opportunity that is a layer one. Just look at the market cap of that and then the volume. Awesome. What's up, baby? If you guys didn't know, Ozma and I are going to be doing some X Spaces very, very soon. So tap in for that. Awesome. What's up, baby? How you doing? GM, good morning. We have a call here very, very soon, right after the stream. Can we talk to you, catch up a little bit? Nice. But yeah, you know, Pygos, you know, when it comes to these, you know, these plays, I mean, it's altcoin season to some people who are catching these plays early. So shout out to you. I don't know what you're doing to find these, but shout out to you. Pygos, Sami, another layer one. I think when people think of like, you know, let's see, people think of, oh, so this is kind of okay, right? But this launched in, oh, so this is brand spanking new. Okay, so another one. But when people think of like altcoins, they're thinking of like Cardano and Polkadot and those ones like pumping again and hitting all-time highs, which, you know, it may never happen. I think it will, but it may never happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, right? Yeah, and yeah, AVNT is basically the hype of base, so you trade perpetuals. Nice, nice. Bud, awesome, Bud. What's up, baby? What we should do is a joint stream for the Fed rate cut, the cut announcements. I'm going to be streaming live for that anyways, but I'm sure you are too. And it looks like there's some issues with Pump.fun right now. I know Alex Becker is trying to do a Pump.fun stream, but I think he's having some issues right now. Let's see. Oh, so this is new. So Trump says too late on interest rate cuts, must cut now and bigger than previously expected. So maybe we will get 50 basis points. We'll see. I don't know. But, you know, what was crazy is that the U.S. stock market did hit an all-time high this morning, which is interesting. Like I said, we had that one guy just selling crypto this morning again. So what else do we got going on? A lot of people getting fired for saying things about Charlie Kirk, which is hilarious. Yeah, but apparently Alex Becker is having some trouble going live right now. Let's see. Yeah, AO working on a fix with Pump.fun to get the stream working. We busted something with the mass of traffic that hit. If they can't get it live, we'll just hop on YouTube and we'll start giving stuff away and running the stream that way. Okay. For something that's just $191 million market cap to $1.2 billion of volume is just crazy. Yeah. I mean, you're getting listed on all those exchanges at once. Like, you're going to get some crazy volume. That's just part of the game. When you get listed on all those centralized exchanges at once, like, you're going to get crazy volume. Centralized exchanges are still a big deal, still a huge deal. And that's why I think when they start integrating like their decentralized exchange for Base tokens, it's going to be a pretty big opportunity to launch on Base. And that's when Base might make a huge like comeback. And, Brett at a sneeze. Woo, allergies. XSI says, I'm here for these spaces. Yeah, they should be pretty bullish. But it looks like Alex Becker broke Pump.fun, which I'm not surprised. He's a huge content creator, right? He does stuff like that. Yeah, it says the pump servers are melting. I wonder what his token's going to be. He hasn't launched it yet. There's been a lot of people launching Alex Becker tokens, trying to just wreck people, but he hasn't launched his yet. I think Jake did one too. What else do we have going on? And that's pretty much it, guys. When it comes to the news, let's just chat, hang out. What's up with you guys? How was your weekend? Was it good? Do you have a good weekend? You know what I miss having? One second. I miss having, what is this? I miss having like meme coins just popping up on my timeline. Like, you don't see a lot of those anymore. Sneeze like a chick. How do I sneeze like a chick, bro? Hachu. What's up? We got the Momo Army in the house. There we go. Momo Army in the house. GM. But like I was saying before, guys, when it comes to like some things you should take a look at, like, here's the thing, like meme coins, like, I think it's so obvious. When you're looking at like good plays for memes right now, like if you've just been buying these dips on like Pepe and stuff, like you're going to be rewarded crazy, I think. Because when altcoin season actually happens, or even if it doesn't happen, because meme coins are part of altcoins, I still think the meme coins are going to run again. And like, the rest of September might be boring. We might get some interest rate cuts. We might pump a little bit, and then the market may dump a little bit, and we may actually dump and lose a lot of our progress we made, in the latter half of September, since we're halfway through. But that's okay. That's fine. That's good, because it's gonna be an opportunity for you guys to load up on your favorite projects and probably start to pump massively after that. And if Goldman Sachs is accurate, which who knows, we're gonna get a lot more interest rate cuts. Yeah, so pretty bullish. Look, we just need a meme season. I know we do. Yeah, that's because you need to get personal with your X account. Yeah, it's true. What's up, Thomas? How we doing? Simonin, what's up? How we doing, Thomas? It's part of the Snake Army. How we doing? Waiting for Cardano to pump. Yo, what's going on with AVNT? Well, shout out to Pygos. He actually talked about it. They just got listed on like every major exchange at once. So that's what happened. And that's pretty big, right? You get listed on every major exchange at once. That's pretty big. And if you guys ever want to know, which I'm sure you guys know, if you ever want to check out which exchanges are on, you just go to CoinMarketCap, go to markets, then go to CEX, and you can see everyone. So we still haven't had that flagship token at 2025, and I really think it's Lofi or Brett. I really hope it's Lofi. I think so too. Unfortunately, Swede is still kind of battling with the negative publicity that the whole Cetus protocol exploit. That really took a lot of the momentum away, but I think it'll be back. Yeah, before this, it was only Coinbase, but today, listen on Binance, Upbit, and yeah, that's huge, right? Because obviously the Coinbase is huge, but when it comes to volume, Binance is king. It's just king. It's absolutely king. It's .com obviously huge with the whole Trump partnership. Upbit's absolutely huge too. Yeah, so volume is king, and Binance is a king of volume, and no one's even close. It's really like they're like head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to volume. So thank God for that hack. Gave me a second chance at Lofi because I sold right before Trump token wrecked the market. Nice. That's actually good timing. Pump Base is something that's going to be very big. I wouldn't be surprised if, Base does make some sort of protocol like that. I think Base is actually going to do very, very well. like I said, their integration with Coinbase and being able to buy any Base meme within the app, with it, inside the app is going to be pretty big. So Base may get like a nice pump here very soon. But I don't know if it's going to be pump Base, but there could be some sort of protocol where, where it does good. I don't know. Solana is just king right now. Like, say what you want, man. Solana is just king. Solana is just dominating again when it comes to just tokens and meme coins and community tokens, creator coins now, all those sorts of things. Like, Solana is just dominating, and like no one's even getting close right now. And we thought they were dead, but they were not. Deadass surprise Pump.fun made it. I really thought it was it was hers, but that's great for Sol. Yeah. You thought it was gone? Yeah, for sure. What is Pump Base? Let me check that out. Pump Base. Pump Base. So this is a new ignite your portfolio by earning 2% rewards in Ethereum. So what is this? Like a Pump.fun base thing? About? Yeah, so same thing. Yeah, so everybody's copying. I hope they're not just copying Solana right now and just going to rug everybody, but yeah. Jake streamed the other day from it, and the stream looked really high quality. Nice, okay, yeah. I think he did. It was like late at night or something like that, like 2 a.m. or some crazy shit. Jake's been on. Good for him, man. He was texting me about like, I think a lot of creators are earning, a lot from some of these tokens. What makes Solana different? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, Brandon. Obviously, when it comes to Solana, it's the fees. Like, trading is super cheap when you compare it to Ethereum, especially if you're making like lots of trades. You're not going to get taxed out the ass. And it just seems to be where the hype is at. It's like one of the large, because there's like, when it comes to fees, like other networks are comparable, but Solana is just like that one. It's known for like being the degen chain, and it's been around for a while. Like during last, it just hit an all-time high recently, and during last cycle, I mean, it was still doing. I mean, there was a point where everyone was calling it an ETH killer, right? So it has that like it has aura, right? It has that aura about it. Like everyone's just using it. It's like known as the degen chain. And then when it comes to like their wallet, Phantom's just been huge. It's just like the chain of the degens, and that's a big part of crypto. Like you can't out degen. Degens are part of the space. And think about it, like every major celebrity launches on Solana, and the president launched on Solana, multiple cryptos. It's just like that chain. It's crazy, and they've done a good job. They were like pretty big with NFTs back in 2021. I haven't heard much about Solana NFTs just because I'm not in that. I guess you could say niche. Maybe that's still huge, but I mean, it was around. It had a crazy dump back in 2022 down to $8, and it made a crazy comeback. Like it's huge. Website looking very good. I mean, it's probably just a copycat of Solana. We'll see if it stays around, but Let's see. They share rewards to all its holders. Yeah, Pump Base pays you ETH on every transaction. Nice. It's probably the same. It's probably just a rip off of. Well, hopefully, it can stick around longer. That's pretty nice though. Shout out to Pump Base. Hey, hopefully it sticks around. Base can use a pretty cool protocol. Why don't you give people rewards in Base ETH? It's all dips at the same levels and pumps the same levels like ping pong. Yeah, I know. It's pretty much trading sideways. But, since the beginning of September, we have been going up, though. We have been trending up. So it's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd continue down. We'll see. Kayla says GM and fucking Legoland. Legoland? Why are you at Legoland? Oh, it makes me laugh that so many YTs was shouting alt season sat, and now we are down again. Yeah, but to be fair, like we kind of saw some signs of it. Bitcoin dumping, Ethereum was doing well. Like we had like 2 weeks ago where that big whale sold a bunch of Bitcoin for Ethereum, which he's still doing. So we could see like the shift in Ethereum, and obviously Ethereum pumping would be signs of like an alt season, I guess. So I mean, we had some signs there. The truth is, like, no one knows. We're just trying to guess. Like we're just trying to guess. But if you think about it, though, like Bitcoin hit some crazy numbers. Like we've hit all-time highs as a crypto market altogether. Like, it's not like we haven't been doing well. We've been doing fantastic. And there's been a lot of altcoins, top altcoins, BNB, Solana, Tron, like plenty of top altcoins that have hit all-time highs. We're still waiting for the Cardanos and the Crypto.coms and the Polkadots to get closer to their all-time highs and those sorts of things. Not there anymore. That place is a scam. I know. I like Legos, but I don't like Legoland. Dude, no say on Legoland. It's adult Disney for some of us degens. Oh, no shade on Legoland. Oh, you like Legoland? I've been there once when I was a kid. I didn't really like it. But I do like Legos. So there's that. I do like Legos. But yeah. I don't know. I haven't been. I think all like theme parks they're expensive, bro. Like they're actually expensive. Yeah. Yeah, I love Legos too, specifically Star Wars themed Legos. But yeah, I mean they're expensive. If you're going to like a theme park, bro, you're paying a lot. Like I went to Busch Gardens out here in Florida a few times, and you know, when you're there, you're just like, first of all, if you don't get a fast pass, like half your time is waiting in lines. Like you got to get if you're going to go to like a Busch Gardens thing, especially if it's like a one-time thing, like you need to get a fast pass. Like I'm not going to wait 20% of my time at this place in a line for a 15-second ride, right? You got to like get the fast pass so you can bang out a bunch. It's a little more expensive, but then if you're going to be buying food, like expect to pay a lot and expect to wait in line for food, which is crazy, especially good food. But what you mean, Pepe and SPX bombing? They are pulling back a little bit, but it's a good opportunity to buy. What's up, Artman? How we doing? Yeah, no, lunch was $76 for a drink and a sandwich. Yeah, Jesus Christ, I'm not surprised. It had to be more than that. But what kind of drink you getting? But yeah, I know it's expensive. I haven't been to Disneyland in forever, but I remember when I was 19, I remember Disneyland tickets were like $72 or something like that. And now I know they're way more expensive. Not Disney World, Disneyland. Yeah, I'm not a big amusement park person. It's okay. Roller coasters are fun though, but amusement park person, it's just a lot. If you have kids, then yeah. If you have kids, then that's kid. I think you got to take your kids there because it's something they never forget. But you know, I'm from California. We have some good ones like Universal Studios and stuff like that. So we had SeaWorld. Like I've been, living in somewhere like San Diego, like you get so spoiled because when you go anywhere else in the world, you're just kind of unimpressed. At least I am. Like when you're from San Diego, you have everything. You have like one of the best zoos. You have SeaWorld. You have all the amusement parks like close by. It's crazy. Pat Murphy with the caps lock says, dude, chillax. We are going down a lot more. Sit tight. I wouldn't mind if we're going down. I actually wouldn't mind. A lot of people freak out about that, but I'm not worried about the market dipping anymore. And you shouldn't either. It's just part of the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Who knows? No one knows. There could be some pretty bullish news. We get some black swan events. Who knows? I mean, you never know what's going on with geopolitics. And, the S&P did hit an all-time high today. So there's that. DB Walker, what's up? Fleet Logistics says, this crypto roller coaster is enough for me. I can barely handle this ride. Yeah. Who needs to go to Busch Gardens when the crypto roller coaster is that crazy? We need better buy-in prices. Yeah, Caleb, but the thing is, like, you just don't know. So just DCA. You just don't know if you're going to get them. At least not in the short term. We might not. Like I said, September is historically the worst. We're halfway through the month. Maybe we start to dump. I've been expecting a big dump here for a while. We haven't had a big dump yet. So we may get one. We may get one and then pump in Pumptober. So, there's that. So if you're expecting a dump, you still may be in luck. So there's that, Keep that in mind, It's cold in here. Keep that in mind. All right. What'd you guys get into this week? You guys do anything this weekend? I didn't do shit. I played Magic the Gathering all weekend, Do chillax. Maybe I'll do a freaking Pump.fun stream tonight. I don't know. It seems to be good. Bro, the dump is happening now. Started overnight, brother. Yeah, but like we've been kind of just bouncing back and forth, Well, you might be right because yeah, we have had 3 consecutive days of dips, and we haven't had this since We haven't had this since, late August. I mean, at the end of August, we had a big, massive dump from 112 all the way down to like 107. Traded sideways for a little bit and started pumping. And then, 3 consecutive days of dump so far, right? So far. So we don't know how the day's going to end, but yeah. What's your thoughts on Xceller? I don't know what Xceller is. I can look it up for you. I don't know, but it's nice for you guys to do like your own research on something because, I mean, I don't know. X. Is that the is that on? I don't know. Is it on here? I don't think it is. It's good we get a dip now because the rate cuts can pump us then. Yeah. But like how Lou said, usually after rate cuts, we do see the market kind of dump a little bit. It's before the rate cuts happen when all the hype is there that we start to pump a little bit, Hit the button, bussies, just hit the button. It's a pre-sale. Pre-sales. Okay, this is what I'll say about pre-sales. If you're going to get into pre-sales, make sure you have a good exit strategy. It's always good to have a good exit strategy. Okay. Me and Austin may be talking about one coming up soon, but make sure you have a good exit strategy and make your money. The Clarity Act being signed will open the floodwaters of a super pump in crypto. I hope so. I got to sneeze again. Hold on. Jesus, why did God curse me? That's Xceller we're talking about. Hey, okay, there it is. All right, so Austin still sent me the socials. So funny. That's actually funny. All right, so cool. So we do have some, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Yeah, big pre-sale coming up. Shout out to Austin. We'll be talking about that here very, very soon. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But Pygo says, if you're going to get into a pre-sale, make sure you're either in the very first round, so the angel round or pre-seed round. Don't buy in at a 2x or more of a previous round. That's good. That's good alpha right there. Always make your profits. Look out for number one. But yes, we'll be talking about it very, very soon. What's up, F Joe? How we doing? Key Fobs Plus. What's up, baby? Key Fobs Plus in the house. We got Austin in the house. Zyno says, bless you, Captain. Shout out to the Captain B&B fam. I appreciate you. Why did God curse me with bad allergies? In his defense, I haven't been taking my allergy medicine. Can you imagine like being born, I don't know, like 1,000 years ago? Dude, I would be done. Like I have bad eyesight and bad allergies. I'd be done. Like the invention of eyeglasses, that's pretty tough. What kind of smart human being does that? Aren't you guys grateful for people smarter than you? Can you imagine if the world was just a bunch of me's? We'd get nothing done. I ain't inventing a light bulb. Maybe. Who knows? Because I think that, a lot of people back in the day were so bored that they had to do something. Like now we never have to be bored if you don't want to be bored, which is kind of bad, right? This is my second pre-sale, waiting for launch of both. Let's go Pure Wallet and Xceller. Yes, bullish. Let's go. You guys already knew. No caveman status for you. Evolution would have taken you out. Okay. You're right, though. Yeah, because my bad eyesight. Can you imagine? We got the A team in the house this morning. Let's go, baby. But yeah, we'll giving you guys more information on that. We're going to have our first live stream tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you come hang out with us. We'll get a space going very, very soon and probably do some giveaways. So pretty bullish all around. What else do we have in here? See how the crypto market's doing right now over the last hour. Still kind of trading sideways, not really doing much. See if you have any more news that has been broken. President Trump to speak with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday to finalize TikTok deal. We're still on TikTok, bro. I'm still waiting for MMA metaverse. I know. I bought a key to the city. So pre-sales are a big waiting game. You often have to wait a year or 12 months on a cliff before you get your first token. Sometimes. Thoughts on SPX in the next 6 months? It's going to be one of the top performing meme coins. In my opinion. There is no chart, they say. I hate UF Joe. Yeah, hey, I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for Daddy Token to do something too. So, there's that. Yeah, no caveman. Yeah, evolution would have taken me out. Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine? Or like hard labor. Like I have such a bad back. Like I'd be dead. I'd just be dead. Be some guy begging for scraps. I watched a documentary on the bubonic plague last night. That shit's so depressing. Sometimes I watch some weird documentaries. The bubonic plague was crazy. People were doing some crazy shit. They didn't know what was going on. Turns out it was just fleas. Michael says, Rodney, there's 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. Yes, we have the Chargers and Raiders, and we have the Buccaneers and Texans. We do. Yeah, we have 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. Pretty bullish. Pump Base has security and utility. What's up, Isaac Levy? How we doing? Zam Zaddy, you need a sugar mama? For sure, I do. Give me a sugar mama, please. Go Bucks. Let's go, Isaac. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. Shout out to Pump Base. Hey, hopefully Pump Base does well. I think they could use a good protocol like that. I don't know if they already have one or someone made one, but I guess this is the first time I'm hearing about it. So I appreciate you guys rating my stream. That does help. Shout out to the Pump Base community. You guys are goated. What else do we got going on here? Oh, I'm feeling good today. Today, I feel good. Drop the new coin for the community, my Tampa bro. Pump.fun. I think I'll do one. It's gonna, just thank you so much, Kayla, for reposting the stream. Look, if you guys get in after I make the video, I don't want to hear it. Okay, EV Inu is a runner, dude. Creator coins keeping Solana alive. Yeah, for sure. Pump.fun, man, just doing it. I'm telling you, the reason why Solana made a crazy comeback was like the Solana meme coin craze. It started with Bonk and everything, and then we just had Pump.fun come out and really push Solana, and it's pushing it again. So hey, shout out to Solana loves Pump.fun. Like Pump.fun, say what you want about Pump.fun. I like it. It's funny. It's a part of our space. I just don't like it when you see celebrities getting in it. Ugh, it's like, how about the creators get in? You know what I mean? How about creator coins? How about that? I'll get it going for you guys. We'll get something going. It'll probably be an evening stream, so we'll get a creator coin. Maybe me and Austin will do a one together, a creator coin together. I prefer Zora. If they add streaming, it would be a game changer. Zora's been doing some good work too, Ranga. Zora's been absolutely killing it. So we'll see. We'll see if they do that. I'm not sure. I think they want to differentiate themselves, but why not get in with the times, right? Because there's a lot of base creators that would love to do something like that, I'm sure. Muff, okay. Actually, Muff is funny. Maybe we could do a Muff. Wait, you're streaming tonight with Austin on X? Yes, we're doing a stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pacific. No, Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific. Roddy, what are your thoughts on Turbo? I think Turbo Token's a very good project. ERC20 token, obviously created when Pepe was created. Has some, honestly, strong community, one of the strongest communities, and has the opportunity to do some good numbers, but we'll see. B3 is like Zora. What is your I never heard of B3, Thomas. So I couldn't tell you what my thoughts were on that. And tomorrow, guys, the stream might be a little later. I have an appointment around that time. I'm trying to get it moved, but I might not be able to. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, okay? So the stream time may be a little later, maybe like 12 p.m. I'll keep you guys posted. But I got a Bucks Texans final score, 27-21 Bucks. That's what I'm saying. I think it's probably gonna be a lower score game, but we'll see. Yes, like and repost. But tomorrow the stream might be a little later, guys. Okay, I'll keep you guys posted on that on X. Might be at 12 p.m. So a little later. You're getting a colonoscopy tomorrow. Enjoy. Thank you so much. I'm having one of my friends come over and do it. So, So I don't want to go to the doctor. Doctors are expensive. So I said, hey, bro, can you just come over and just give me a colonoscopy? On the house. He said it was cool. So he actually gives me one every week. So. So good friend. All right, guys, but that's the stream today. We'll end it on the colonoscopy. The only giveaways you're not going on is giving away rugs. I know. Jesus. What the fuck did I just walk into? Good guy. KY, bro, no baby oil. Okay, here we go. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably 12 p.m. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Follow me on X, all that good stuff. Good stream today. If you missed the news, go back to the first, I have fucking 20 minutes. I go all into it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.